DC Boxing Legend Podcast. 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 Home of the champion. DC Boxing Legends Podcast. I am your host alongside my other host, no other than Mardi Justice. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we have very special guests in the building from one of my stable mates from Hillcrest Boxing Gym in the 90s. Ladies and gentlemen, we have no other than Joseph Lafontant. How's it going, champ?
Oh my goodness, man, it's going pretty well. If I tell you, man, I'm living a dream. Oh man, I hope you all can believe it, because I'm with No Excuse Boxing now, and I have the privilege of giving back to the kids. And if I tell you that when I first got there, everything's been amazing, and absolutely nothing's out of order. Because we are now in a position to fight Tank Davis.
Yes, indeed.
Tomorrow, Jr. has a opportunity to fight Tank Davis for Davis's belt. And I can only say it's only by divine intervention out of coincidence that I'm with that Roach team. I'm part of No Excuse. I'm just taking everything in stride, enjoying the ride, because absolutely nothing is out of order within the spiritual realm. And the God of love is real. He is real.
So Joe,
when I did it my way.
What's
up, brother?
What's going on, Joe? So what we want to do, in DC Boxing Legends, we like to give a background for all our fighters to talk about yourself, your background, and coming out from the amateurs to the pros, and some of your key competitive that you have fought before as a pro. But could you take us to your amateur career and how you got started in boxing? Give the audience a little tidbit of your background and how you started and everything for us, Joe.
Pretty sure. Sure. Absolutely. I have to tell you, when I started late.
Mm-hmm.
Due to the fact that my parents were strict. My background, I'm Haitian.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Haitian, first and foremost, and was pretty strict raising up, and I couldn't really get into sports until at a later age.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I decided to take up amateur boxing, I was in high school. There was something instilled in me to do, because I can recall watching the other kids doing it. So now I'm in a position where I didn't take it as serious as I was supposed to. I didn't discipline myself. I just went out there for something to do at the time. And I pretty much did the same thing in my amateur background, because in my professional background, because in my amateur background, I was in and out the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was in and out the gym. Again, I have to say I didn't sacrifice, I didn't discipline myself. And I carried that on to my professional career, because at the time when I decided to turn professional, believe it or not, I was trying to get my wife back.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to do something that she would be proud of me, and maybe she'll take me back. But that didn't happen. And the old habits carried along. I carried the old habits when I was an amateur to the professional level.
Okay.
And I have to say, running was my main focus because my father told me that was a young man's sport when he found out I was going to turn pro. He said, that's a young man's sport, and you make sure if you go out there, don't fall from a man's feet. And when he said that, a light bulb just popped in my head. I got the road work. I must continue doing what those old guys back in the day, the Ray Robinsons, the Sugar Rays, the Alis, they would do their road work. You would see these guys running in all type of intricate weather with boots on. Huh? Not tennis shoes that they wear on these days. These guys had on boots.
Mm-hmm.
Old school.
Yeah.
And that's what I put upon myself to make sure I was in condition, win, lose, or draw, that I'll be standing up.
Right. That's
I'm sorry, say it again, brother.
no, I said that's outstanding. Go ahead, continue.
Because I mean, yes, because I say to repeat myself often enough that my father, my Haitian father, told me I was a young man's sport, and if I went out there to do what, make sure you don't fall to a man's feet.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much my record it's a losing record, but every loss I was able to find a win due to the fact that I know I wasn't doing everything that would have me in position to be successful each and every one of them. Due to the fact that, again, I didn't sacrifice. I didn't discipline myself. But I made sure when I did get that phone call, because pretty much when they did give me a date, I did more than showed up.
Mm-hmm.
I freaking showed out. And when it was a phone call, I made sure I was going to continue to do what? Stand up.
Yes, indeed.
There was no doubt in my mind that whatever the number of rounds that they're going to give me, and if I decide to go into that battlefield, rest assured, I'm going to give the best I can, and believe me, I will remain standing up, because I can't go there just for a payday.
Mm-hmm.
I just couldn't go there just to lay down, to give a guy a win.
Yeah.
I had to make it hard. I had to make it hard for them.
Right.
Because I made it hard for myself.
Yeah, Joe, that's one of the reasons I had asked you to come on the show. I want to give, the whole point of DC Boxing Legends and all the platforms on the Second Wind Sports Media is our job is to educate. And that's one thing that brother Daoud prides in, is educating the especially on the DC Boxing Legend. Brother Daoud professes the importance of learning from other fighters and teaching the future of boxing. What advice would you have about your career, whether it's a winning career or losing career? Because this platform is for those to teach the future. What advice would you give to the upcoming fighters on how to be a great fighter? Meaning, what mistakes did you make in that process of your career that made you fall short a few fights?
Well, first and foremost, you can't do it anybody else's way. You gotta do it your way. That meaning you have to sacrifice. You have to discipline yourself. You have to say no. You have to say no when the others are doing what? Wrong. You have to go to the gym and put in the work. Put in the work. Because, everybody's a star. Everybody's capable of being a star. But the question is, how bright as an individual want to shine?
Right.
That's right.
Everybody want to be this guy, that guy, but you have to be first want to be yourself. And believe me, everything that's out here that's negative is going to be out here, and it's going to be still out here.
Yeah.
It's gonna be out here after you get through fulfilling your goal, whatever that goal may be. Set your goal and go after it because it can be done.
True statement.
It can be done, but it has to be done the proper way.
Now, Joe, I was stating to Rashid a couple of weeks ago. We talked off and on about boxing. DC had a lot of great fighters, and in the '90s, some of the guys sometimes will be outmatched. Like a promoter would get a guy that's too big for you and call you at the last minute. Put in, we call it the meat man.
Like me.
Yeah, they put you in there, outmatch you, and it's not your true weight class. And these things, this is what happened to some of the boxers like yourself. You caught a bad break. If you don't take the fight, they blackmail you. You know, they'll blackmail you and won't call you no more. So you take it upon yourself to take the fight, and you're not ready.
What I said, I'll tell you like this here. I look at boxing and prostitution, you know what I'm saying, in the same hand, so to speak, because somebody's gonna get what? Exploited. Hello?
Facts.
Somebody's gonna do what? Get paid.
Facts.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Prostitution and boxing, to me, goes hand in hand. And I was excuse my French, I was a decent hoe. I was a decent hoe because believe me, when I showed up, when I showed up to a venue, when I walked that walk, guess what? I was walking that walk proudly. Okay,
Right.
I was walking that walk proudly because I knew I was there to entertain first and foremost.
Yeah.
And the second thing, they was looking for somebody to knock my head off. Because boxing, hey, that's what they call it. That's one of the reasons why they come to the fights, man, to see somebody get knocked out.
That's right. You put on a lot of great shows.
See somebody succumb to another man.
And
if you continue to go out there and look good and do what you have to do, guess what? Ching, 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 ching.
Facts. Facts.
That's how I look at it, brothers.
Give me some. I seen a video clip of you in the Great Blue Horizon in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Oh my goodness! They had me up there 3 times.
Let's talk about the one of the fights that you was up there. What was your most memorable one up there out of the 3?
My most memorable one was my second pro fight, man. After my pro debut, they had me up the legendary Blue Horizon, scheduled for a 4-rounder. I didn't realize it was until I got in the ring that they had made a 6-rounder.
Damn.
That was memorable.
Fight.
That was very memorable because, like I said, that was my second pro fight.
Wow.
Coming off from a year for my pro debut, fellas. And they had me up that place there. And I like to say, either Russell Peltz and the promoters, either they knew I can handle myself or they was trying to kill me.
Right.
Because you have to, I know you've heard it before, you can't play boxing.
You better
once that head gear come off, in that kitchen.
Yeah, real talk.
It gets hot on that battlefield.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? It gets serious on that word stage.
And you was in hostile waters up there, Joe.
Yeah, that's a tough
goodness, if you are your league, you're gonna really find out soon. Guess what? This may not be for you.
Real talk.
That's right.
That's awesome.
Now, Joe, now you fought some colorful Hall of Famer type of fighters. You got in the ring with Arturo Gatti. You fought Arturo Gatti.
They won't show the world that one. I believe Donald Trump was there. Because guess what? I had my Haitian flag representing our country of birth that night. At the Trump.
Yes.
Taj Mahal.
Okay.
And I believe he might have been there. Because guess what? After I fought that kid, then I had to call him kid because Emmanuel Stewart flattered me at the end of the fight. He told me, you fought a hell of a fight, kid. And I won't lie on no man.
That's right. That's right.
May he rest in peace. He told me you fought a hell of a fight, kid, but you had to knock him out to beat him.
Hey, Joe, we gonna go.
I have a video.
Hey, Joe, we're going to go to a quick break right fast, and we're going to come right back at you. Hold on 1 second, brother.
Oh, sure thing.
The Second Wind Sports Media and DMV Boxing Legend would like to introduce to you our new sponsor. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, El Paso Mexican Restaurant, located at 6151 Richmond Highway, Alexandria, Virginia. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, we have El Paso Mexican Restaurant. Also, if you're looking to pregame every fight night, amateur or pros, come out to El Paso Restaurant. They will guarantee you a discount. All you have to do is say you that DMV Boxing Legend and the Second Wind Sports Media sent you, you will get a discount.
This episode has been brought to you by Raw Vegan Plant-Based Protein Powder, the undisputed champion of plant-based protein powder. I got mine. It's time for you to get yours. Visit rawvegan.com. Welcome back to the DC Boxing Legends. We have a special guest on here, ladies and gentlemen, Joe Lafontant, who came in give us his career. And one thing about us in DC Boxing Legends, me and Brother Daoud vowed that we would not leave a fighter behind. All fighters on this platform will be able to share their story. Story will be told. No fighter left behind. Our flowers are given while the fighter is here on earth, walking this planet and able to smell the roses. And Brother Joe,
yes, sir.
It's an honor and a pleasure to have you on here, brother. Now let's go back to the Blue Horizons, man. You mentioned you mentioned some fights up there, man. Tell us some other great memorable moments up there in the Blue Horizon up there in Philly, because you remember. The beginning of the Blue Horizon, Tuesday night fights, the Blue Horizon had Tuesday night fights on lock back then, man. And he was on a few of those cards, man.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, because the night they had, I was there to schedule for a 4-rounder, and they made a 6-rounder. Everybody was getting knocked out.
Yeah.
Everybody was getting knocked out early. As a matter of fact, Arturo Gatti fought on that card that night.
Oh, wow.
And anyway, make a long story short, they had me out there on the 6th round fighting a Philly fighter.
Oh.
Yeah. A Dominican fighting out of Philly.
Wow.
And I believe Benny Impero had double figures. He had double figures. I believe I can't remember his record, but anyway, he had double figures. And the second time I went up there, which I was fortunate to be the VHS. If you all remember VHSs, right?
Most definitely.
I was able to get that VHS and to put it on YouTube. That was an 8-rounder at the legendary Blue Horizon, where, oh my goodness. But I dedicated that fight to my brother Fritz. That's in Haiti now due to deportation.
Okay.
And I had dedicated that fight to him. And also they gave me time to get ready. Russell Peltz used to call the gym up Hillcrest. I'm gonna give a shout out to Hillcrest.
Yes, indeed.
Used to call the gym and ask Bardell McCain, was I training? Was I ready? Because they wanted me to put on a good show. I tell you no lie. He used to call the gym wondering if I was there training. And the third time I fought up there, I fought a former bantamweight champion. Man, I'm trying to think of his name right now. On the top of my head, I can't think of his name right now. Man, alive. But he was a former bantamweight champion. John Laurie.
Okay.
John Laurie.
Okay.
I fought John Laurie. That was the third time I fought up there. And wow, what a number. 3 times. And I ended up being, two and one. I lost, no, I'm sorry. I won 1 and lost 2 over there at the Blue Horizon. And I tell you, every last one of those fights needs to be seen, especially the John Laurie, because Ben Pearl had our fight on his website, but now it's been taken down for some reason.
Wow.
But that's life.
Yeah.
At least I knew it was out there at one time.
It's out there somewhere. Stuff like that don't easily disappear. It can be found in the archive some way, somehow.
Oh yes.
Yes, indeed.
Wouldn't you love to see the Arturo Gatti one?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, most definitely, man. I would love to see that.
I would, but I would love to hear what the commentators were saying.
That's right.
I would love to hear what the commentators were saying, because the one that's on the YouTube right now, when against what's the kid, one of Purdue's fighters, as a matter of fact, Wilson Santos, the one that's on video right now, believe via unanimous decision instead of split decision. Because if you watch that fight, the commentary is priceless. Again, I have to repeat, the commentary is priceless. So you all go on YouTube and check out my moment at the legendary Blue Horizon, and you be the judge. Believe me, you be the judge, because it was surely entertainment, action-packed.
Yes, indeed.
And he was also a Dominican. And knows how they matched that up.
Wow.
Y'all
really just two brothers on two speak different languages.
Right. Joe,
two brothers that speak 2 different languages. That's all. Same island.
That's all.
That's right.
Yes, indeed.
But hey, that's the way the sport is, That's the way they play this game. So guess what? If you're not ready, don't go out there.
Facts.
Make sure you are ready.
Always be ready.
And I have these kids. I have the opportunity now to train these up and coming youngsters to let them know you can't do it my way.
That's right.
You can't do it my way, but there is a way.
That's right.
There is a way. And you have the opportunity to start that way right now on a clean slate. So let's continue achieve our goals.
That's right.
Because it can be done. Believe me, it can be done. If I can do it, I don't see why not.
That's right.
You
I don't see why not.
Joe. So
talk to me.
You always came in prepared, and we watch a lot of your fights also in the convention center and stuff. You fought down there in the convention center a few times too.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I was not always prepared, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's only, like I said, it's only by the grace of God, bro. With the God of love, okay. Let's be first and forehand. I'm gonna let you know it. It's only by the grace of God, the God of love, because prayers. Apparently, it was praying for me.
That's right.
Somebody was praying for me because I tell you, when I dig, each and every time I got in between those on that battlefield, on that stage, I was ready to what? I made sure I was ready to at least give them a good show. Man, as far as going, if there's a doubt, you're not going to go totally all out, man. So going in without a doubt, which will enable you to go what? All freaking out, man. Excuse my French. There's no time to head step when that bell rings, man. You know,
True statement.
when that bell's ring, the last thing you want to think about is what you didn't do, what you should have done.
That's why.
That's my opinion. That's my opinion. And if you got time to prepare, just like in school, you got time to study for that test. When you see that test, you're gonna do what? Answer all the questions you know, and go back to the ones that you got problems with.
So
right.
I was taught to take a test.
So what advice do you give
things usually work themselves out?
Hey Joe, what advice do you give the youth, man? What advice do you tell them to let's go business. Let's go business. What advice do you tell them on the business side of boxing? As a professional, you automatically have to become a businessman. So what advice do you tell on the business side for the young upcoming fighters at your gym or at fights or wherever?
Now, if you're a prospect, that's already arranged for you, pretty much. My understanding. You know what I'm saying? Because that means you got some heavy hitters that's backing you. You know, not taking away from the guy that's a blue collar that's going out there, which he has to what? Upset someone.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? He has to upset someone to get a name, opposed to a prospect that's already seasoned, almost guaranteed a position.
You still there, brother?
And all he has to do is what?
You still there, brother?
Eyes are on you. And if you decide to turn pro and you got some people backing you, guess what? The universe is the limit. Mm-hmm. The world would say the sky's the limit, but the universe is the limit.
That's true statement.
Because you have an opportunity that what the average Joe doesn't have. So take advantage. Take advantage because there's somebody out there waiting to what? Take your place. That's to answer the question.
Most definitely, brother.
Hello?
You did. Most definitely. Yeah, you answered it clearly. Loudly.
So, Joe, speak on the kind of like I'll say the lows and the highs, like the corruption behind boxing. If you're not protected or have a great backing, like if no one is watching out for you or got you in best interest, what can happen to you in boxing if you don't have a great backing, like a boxing family that will look over you and make sure things is going correctly in camp and your matchups and stuff like that?
It goes back to my understanding this thing that it's like prostitution. Mm-hmm. I believe it goes hand in hand because if you that one that can go take everybody's John from them, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You the new kid on the block. You the new kid on the block. Every John wants to test you out.
Facts.
And guess what? If you're not capable of putting the work in, guess what? They're gonna throw you to the side.
Yep.
Throw you to the curb. Because boxing is big business.
Facts.
That's right.
Big business.
That's correct.
These kids, I call them kids. These kids are making money out there now.
They are.
They are throwing money out there to these kids, man. Just what? Reeling them in. And the ones that get rid of, they get tired of, guess what? There's no way to get rid of you.
Yeah.
Believe me, there's no way to get rid of you.
Yep.
You know.
But listen, brother, it was
go ahead, brother. You gotta have people that love you. You gotta have people that love you, man.
Yeah, True statement, brother.
You gotta have people that love you more than love money.
True
That's
statement.
right.
That's rare in this sport. That's rare to find somebody that loves you more than they love money.
Greed.
Greed is vicious.
Greed.
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah, you get in this business, especially
Again,
in
I
this
have to
business.
say prostitution, right? Because somebody's getting exploited before the night is done.
True statement, man.
Somebody's getting exploited. Somebody's going to get what? With no lubrication.
You said it.
Or they might give you lubrication.
That's
right.
right.
You know, they might give you lubrication.
You know, brother, when my father used to work a few of the pro corners, he would always come home frustrated about how the business side of it was, right? He'll be like, listen, he'll tell me and my brother, listen, Rashid and Hakeem, those guys that you think are good dudes in the amateur games are vultures in the pro game.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big difference in that amateurs and that pros. Those are totally different people when that money's involved, Rashid.
That's correct.
I'm trying to be careful.
Hello?
Say that money get involved, you dealing with some different people. Once that money start coming down, them same guys smile in your face will break your heart and take all your money out your pocket and have you starving.
Mm-hmm. Eating oodles and noodles.
Whose father you know lied to their son or their daughter?
And not many. Not many. Not many.
Hello?
Right.
Yes, indeed. Not many.
If you heard that from your father, believe me, he wasn't lying to you.
Not at all. Not at all.
Brother Joe, we're going to be closing out soon. Joe, we want to give you the final, the ground floor, to talk about your new adventures and what's going on with your new family and the No Excuse, and talk about the Lamont thing, and then we're in it right there, and what it means to the camp to have a champion in your camp that about to do something that's very incredible to take on the challenging for this upcoming tank fight.
First and foremost, I want to say that my goodness, may he continue to rest in peace. Bernard Boogaloo Roach,
yes,
he started something at No Excuse, and it's going to continue to grow and grow and grow because we are one big happy family.
Yes,
okay.
Indeed.
At No Excuse.
Right on.
We welcome everyone because we are there to build character and champions. But first, we are there to build character. And I also like to say, it's all in all sports, but in running, in boxing, running and boxing has to become part of your lifestyle.
Right.
There's no way around it. Running has to become part of your lifestyle.
Thanks.
Because that gas has to be full.
Right.
Meaning your cardio, road work has to be done.
Right on.
There's no way you can have all the skills in the world. You don't have no gas in your tank, you'll be riding fumes.
Okay. So we're going to give you the last moment to talk about Lamont Roach and your camp and what it means to y'all to have a world champion that about to hit the spotlight even 10 times greater, coming from this magnitude of type of fight, and how the energy is in that camp. And then after that closing our statement, we'll be ending from that point on. Excuse me.
Lamar Rose Jr. alter ego is the Reaper. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have like the knockouts like Tank has, but guess what? He's been in there. And he is a champion. And look, when that bell rings, guess what? Every man that's in that has a chance.
That's right.
But you gotta remember, Pitbull. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Pitbull showed the way that it can be done. And guess what? He's not invincible. Hello?
Facts.
And upset.
It's in the
In
making.
this sport here, in all sports, usually this was something called an upset. So look for an upset. That's my prediction.
Wow.
Look
Right.
for an upset.
So Rashid,
You
Joe,
and
thank
you. Hello?
Yes,
Joe,
indeed.
thank you for stopping by and telling us some of your legendary stories on the ups and high about boxing. Me and my co-host Rashid Hammond, we're about to take this on out. Thank you for stopping by, the great Haitian warrior. We out.
Yes, indeed, man. Appreciate you,
Oh,
brother.
man, I respect that. I love that.
Peace and blessings, brother.
Thanks again, guys.
Have a great one now.
Oh, my goodness. It goes.
Always,
It goes
brother.
both sides, man. Both ways. Always,
Listen,
man.
go to
Love.
YouTube and listen to your replay on your interview and share it with some of your fellow families and boxing family and boxing fraternities. We on YouTube, DC Boxing Legend, and you one of our guys that made it here because you put in that work and you earn your way to be here, brother. Thank you for coming along. Have a good night.
Remember this here, though. If they're not talking about us now, they're going to be talking about us later.
That's
Yes,
right.
indeed.
Very soon.
Real talk, brother.
Hello.
Peace and blessings, brother.
Yes, indeed.
Be up out of here. Peace.
Peace.
If you're looking for a way to power up your nutrients with a plant-based protein powder, then raw vegan plant-based protein is the perfect choice. This vegan protein is packed with essential nutrients to help you stay energized and healthy. With plant-based protein powder becoming increasingly popular amongst health-conscious individuals, it's no surprise that raw vegan plant-based proteins has become a leader in the industry. Whether you're an athlete or just looking to increase your daily protein intake, this vegan protein powder can help you reach your goals. Visit rawvegan.com. Again, rawvegan.com.